lost track. Think I lost 10 years of my life to this emptiness, hollow and impermanent. Cause I've been solo like my whole life. Can you lift me up? I'm just so tired of flowing broken wings. I was 17 on the highway in the night, straight to the beach.
TV/wicca.
Can you lift me up? Will you fly with me? Can you lift me up? Now I'm by the way.
Goth boy click.
Hold you in my hand. I'm feeling start to rain. Can you lift me up before I hit the trail of trouble?
Mystery girl.
I see you with your grace and confidence. Can you see me on my double?
Misery.
Wicca Phase, Springs Eternal, Goth Boy, Click, Misery Club. What's up? What's up? Oh, Jesus Christ. Hello, everyone. Hello. It's election night in America. What's up? Can I show Esteban in his costume? You missed it. Now, let's see. Question is, can I show? No, you have to vote. We don't talk politics here, but you have to vote. How's everyone doing? Scale of 1 to 10. How's everyone doing? 9 from Taylor. 10 from Andy. Oh, smoke weed out of 10 from Andy. 10 from Danny. All right, Ravengers had a super mid 5. Woo. We have some 6s, 11s, 2s, 5s, a couple 10s, another 11/12. Noel, I'm sorry to hear it. I have a new compressor on my vocal. I don't know if it sounds any different to you. Sounds a little weird to me. I might take it off. Oh, it sounds the same? Yeah, I'm starting to wonder if you guys can actually hear that or not. I don't know. Will you guys tell me if you hear reverb on my voice when I do this? Hold on. One second. Where are you? Where are you? Sorry, it's not really fucking with me right now. There we go. I don't know what's going on. Oh, Jesus. I tried one little thing. All right. Tell me, do you hear reverb now? Oh, you don't? Not at all? Then here's the thing. I don't think you guys are hearing this compressor either. Isn't that interesting? No, you would hear, yeah, it's a plugin. It should be like right from my microphone thing here. So Well, I'll figure this out another time. We don't need to be doing this live. And also, it's, yeah, whatever. Anyway. What's up? Hey, Scott, I'm glad to hear it. What's up, Danny Guinea Pig? Okay, so where do we start? I'll get my plugs out of the way. Ooh, my computer's being slow. I don't like that. And then I'll find the picture of Esteban. Yes, thank you, Rachel. It was not letting me type. I am going on tour December 6th through December 16th. You get tickets there. You can join the Discord. You can buy merchandise there. Next merch drop, Black Friday, November 25th. We'll show that off next week. Boost Train's going. Love to see that. And any other links are right there. All right. I thought I would have more guests tonight, but I had 2 cancel for good reasons. But I do have one coming on probably around 7:30 my time. And the other ones will be back. Rachel, I'm glad to hear it. What kind of computer? I'm on a Mac, baby. Not the best thing for streaming. How do we find this picture of Esteban in his Halloween costume? Oh boy. Hey, thanks, Panopticon. Thank you. When was Halloween? Okay, hold on. I don't know if I have it. Oh, I found it. Okay, hold on. I'm going to send it to myself, and you're going to hear a weird noise for a second. So I apologize. There we go. No, I got it. Esteban. Here. There we go. Let me zoom in. There. There we go. Yeah, that was an airdrop tone. Yeah. Yes. Hey, tell me if you hear reverb. If I do this. No, never mind. It's no different. I wonder why that is. I wonder what. Well, I'll have to figure that out. Is he? I believe he's Buzz Lightyear? I don't know. Anyway, there you go. Esteban. You guys know what we're talking about today. Full Moon Mystery Garden comes out Friday. You're going to hear it first. Thursday, 7 p.m. here. Here's the plan for tomorrow. Ready? Frank, you better charge your phone. Here's what's happening tomorrow. Actually, I'm not totally sure what's happening tomorrow. One thing I do know is that I will not be live here, okay? If you want to see me, I would appreciate if you're free. I'm going to be on Twitch's Nerve Center tomorrow, okay? This is on Twitch's official Twitch gaming thing. It is not dual streaming like I thought. Okay? At first it was. Now it's not. No. It's going to be. Hold on. Here, I'm going to save the link. Or I'll send the link right now. Okay. Twitch.tv/TG. That's Twitch Gaming. What it is like a it's like it's like fucking like Entertainment Tonight, but for people who watch Twitch. Okay, so there's like some news stuff and some gaming stuff and entertainment stuff, whatever. Okay, now kind of like Saturday Night Live. Now it's on the front page of Twitch. That's why it's important, because there's theoretically like thousands of people watching. Okay, so I am going to be playing. Hold on. I just had the email and I lost the email. Okay. So I will be on at around 7:45 tomorrow. Okay? For about 10 or 15 minutes. That's it. 7:45. I'll post a flyer. They sent me a flyer. And I think they're going to be interviewing me. And then I'll play like 2 or 3 songs. Yeah, Eastern, 7:45 Eastern. They're Pacific. So when you see the branding on it, it's going to be Pacific time. Don't let that confuse you like it confused me. Yeah, these are reading seeing glove, long distance seeing. Thanks, Taylor. Yeah, these are for distance. So that's the plan. With that said, I'm going to hopefully talk about Full Moon Mystery Garden. And hey, I love me some Taylor Morgan too. Taylor, thank you for that raid. Sorry, I caught it. I stepped away for a second in the beginning. Thank you for that. Oh, quick update. So today was the day I had to tell the dark medicine landlord what my solution was for there being two businesses being run out of the dark medicine space. And Tom, landlord Tom, since we last talked, got a smartphone. So he said he said it's been a huge improvement on his life, and he learned that you can ask it questions. So he said he looked up. He caught wind that the screen printing business, Good Fortune, is not actually a company. You know, it's just a name, a fictitious name. It's not set up as an actual company yet, all right? It's kind of just run through dark medicine. Actually, I'm not really sure how it's run. It might be run through our head screen printer's personal finances. If I had to guess, it would be that. But he looked up why can you do business without being incorporated in Pennsylvania? And the answer is technically no. I mean, you can, but like, whatever. And then he looked up why someone would do business under a fictitious name. See, all this started because my dude couldn't lock the fucking back door of this building. And now the landlord's like all about this, you know, there's some shady business going on, blah, 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 right? So then he looked up why someone would do, he said, I asked my phone, Why would someone do business under a fictitious name? And one of the answers that it came back with after fraud was terrorism. So now Tom he has it in his fucking brain. He has it in his fucking brain that we are running some sort of terrorist cell out of dark medicine. I swear to God, if I could make this up, I would. The solution is this. I know Jonah, right? And you know who's running that too. So it's, I swear. Terrorism. He's not worried about dark medicine now. Let's keep this straight. See, the deal is that he doesn't like our screen printer, so he's looking for any excuse to get this guy out when really he works for, we're allowing him to be there. Here's what it is. Our friend is screen printing out of our warehouse so that we can pass on cheaper screen printing rates to our friends, right? That's all it is. That's all it is. That's all it is. There's no quid pro quo. We know that term from a couple weeks ago on this stream. You do for me, I do for you. There's really none of that. It's just like, listen, we can get a cheaper screen printer, working for us. That's all it is. There's really like nothing shady at all. Now he could have Nate arrested for I said his name. My friend's name is Nate, okay? I guess that doesn't really matter. But now he could have him arrested for trespassing because he's not on the lease. Here's the thing. I'm on the fucking lease. What if Nate's my employee? Which, legally he probably is. Anyway. Here's what he wants. Ready for this? All he wants is for the screen printing to be incorporated as a tax registered business, which it needs to happen anyway. Otherwise, Nate's going to be paying all these personal taxes from the money that's coming in from the printing operation. You know what I mean? Here's why he cares. Shell. Because Nate keeps leaving the back door unlocked and he wants Nate out, but he can't force me to fire Nate, right? So now he's looking for all these technicalities. That's all it is. So here's what he wants. He wants the screen printing side incorporated as a business. Totally fine. It should be anyway. The second thing he wants, now listen to this, is he wants me to have 51% ownership of the screen printing. Oh my God. Yes, he wants Nate to have 49% or less because he likes me. He likes me. He told me that. I like you. And I like Matt. And I like Ryan. Ryan, who's like our helper, who's been there for like a month. Okay? He barely knows Ryan. He doesn't know Ryan at all. Ryan's a great guy, but he doesn't know Ryan. Anyway. Here's the problem. Can't my friend just be on the lease? No. See, Tom doesn't like Nate. To be fair, I don't really blame Tom because Nate was also running a venue out of one of Tom's buildings a couple years ago. So I don't blame Tom, okay? I don't blame Tom for not liking Nate, but there's no real basis There's no real basis for Tom to be able to kick Nate out of our operation. Now, Tom doesn't know it was a venue. Tom believed the exact quote at the time. Now, everyone knew about this, of course, because we were all booking shows at this place. Tom doesn't really understand the concept of a show, so as far as he understands it, Nate was running illegal dance parties. That was his exact terminology. Illegal dance parties. And I just had to be like, oh, I don't know anything about that. I remember. So Nate got I don't even think he got booted from that place. I think Tom was just like, yo, just don't do that. But whatever. Here's the other thing that drives me fucking crazy is that other people who have spaces in this unit, like in the building that we're in, are smoking cigarettes and smoking weed all day inside. We're not doing shit. We're not doing anything except leaving the back door unlocked. Maybe. We're not the only people there. All right. Anyway. Does Doves have an IG? Yes, it's Cornicovax. No, it's Noise Floor. Anyway, you guys want to see this cover art? Full Moon Mystery Garden, 20 songs coming out Friday. But you're going to hear it first on Thursday if you're here. And you're going to hear 2 acoustic songs from it tomorrow if you watch Nerve Center. And I'll try to make them songs that I didn't play for the 1-year anniversary stream. Tom's not senile, by the way. Tom, maybe he's on the spectrum a little, autism spectrum. That's possible. Might be OCD. There's something. He also just might have been an extremely sheltered man or damaged at some point. I don't really know. You know what I mean? I don't really know. But he's charging us $300 a month for a warehouse space, so I'm not really gonna. I'll put up with some antics, every couple of months, because we pay nothing. I don't really know what the best way to show this is. I'll just do this. Here's the front cover. Full Moon Mystery Garden. Ready? There it is. Who's that guy? That's me. That's Wicca Phase Springs Eternal. That's me. It's simple. It's photocopied. It has a blue tint to it, designed by Matt. Well, I don't know if he wants me to say his name. MB. I was like, how do you want me to credit you on this? And he was like, just point people towards my Instagram. And I was like, you want your Instagram name on the back cover? Because no one's really going to see that. They ain't snipers. And he was like, put MB on the back. So, okay. But his Instagram name, also, I don't know why he wants me to. He hasn't posted on his Instagram since 2018. So I don't really know what that's about. But it's, I don't know. And it's private. So that's it. It's Total Slaughter with 2 underscores. But he does cool stuff. He works for a big label, and he also does some cool work on the side and helps us out sometimes, So that's the front cover, okay? It's really just a picture of me with cool lettering and moon phases. Because the name. Photo by Bedford Towers. Now, this went through several iterations. Before we landed on this. And this was it got to this with the input from executive producer Taylor Morgan, as well as Brody and Forever. Yeah. The blue tint would not be there if not for Taylor. So let's thank Taylor because I think it looks great. Hello, Bloodworth. Bloodworth is here? Hello, Bloodworth. Now the back cover. This is where it gets exciting. Okay. Hold on 1 second. Okay, back cover, which is, you're gonna find out who's on it, and well, you'll just be able to see, like, it's nice, like it's cool to see everything in one place. You know, it makes it feel like actually finished, even though it's been finished for a while. So here we go. It's just a lot of text. But here we go. Why did Coldy post a picture of me with promethazine? I think it just like edited it. It's just an edited picture. Yeah, it's photoshopped. Anyway, Full Moon Mystery Garden, track list reveal, feature reveal, back cover reveal. Here it is. Now you're not going to be able to read this. So let me zoom in. Here we go. Here it is. It is real. What do we have here? Track 1, Dark Region Road, produced by Taylor Morgan and Forever. Track 2, Mine is a Curious Passage, featuring Darcy Bayless, produced by Taylor Morgan and Forever. Track 3, I'll Return to the Land, that's a solo song, produced by Taylor Morgan. Track 4, I Am the Edge, thank you, Anonymous. Thank you, Anonymous. Track 4, I Am the Edge, featuring Rip Eternal, produced by Brody and Remghost. Track 5, Hickory Grove, featuring Fishnark, produced by Fantasy Camp and Bloodworth, who's in the chat right now. Track 6, On a Mountain Under Full Moon, featuring Fantasy Camp, produced by Brody and Remghost. Track 7, Tonight I'm in Love on My Own, featuring 8485. Man, produced by Taylor Morgan. 8485. How about that? Track 8, I Was on a Back Road by Myself, produced by Brody and Remghost. Track 9, House at the River's Bend, featuring Swan Lingo, produced by Taylor Morgan and Forever. Track 10, solo track, Tumblr Moon, produced by Remghost and Shinju. How about this viewership count? Track 11, I See the Moon and See a Meaning, produced by Brody and Remghost. Track 12, Forbidden Door, you've heard that before, featuring Black Winter Wells, produced by Brody and Fishnark. Track 13, It's the Chaos from a Hard Time, featuring Fantasy Camp and Zubin, produced by Forever and Bloodworth. Track 14, Tracer, another one you've heard before, produced by Forever and Taylor Morgan. Track 15, Vocal Trance Playlist, featuring Holy Mountain, produced by Fantasy Camp and Saint Tomorrow. Track 16, another solo song, I Am the Same, produced by Forever. Track 17, I've Been Staying Up Late Again, featuring Swan Lingo. Again, 2 Swan Lingo features, produced by Taylor Morgan and Forever. Track 18, I'll Answer the Call, Actual One, featuring Brody, produced by Taylor Morgan and Forever. Track 19, The Moon Does Reflect Off the Shores of Forgiveness, featuring Doves, produced by Forever. Track 20, Aura, produced by Taylor Morgan and Brody. Full Moon Mystery Garden, Friday, 11/11. Produced by executive producer Taylor Morgan and me, but more so Taylor. Mixed by Sparrow, mastered by Bill Henderson. Artwork by MB. Cover photo, Bedford Towers. Wicca Face, Springs Eternal, Goth Boy Click, Misery Club, Full Moon Mystery Garden, Garden Avenue. Whew. How about that? How about that? Let's zoom out. That's what it looks like from, what do they say? A bird's eye view? There we go. Shell says these are the most Wicca Face song titles I've ever seen. Listen, between this and the full length that's coming out in May, you're getting the most Wicca Face Springs Eternal type music possible, okay? Thanks, Lelio. Thank you. Thank you. It is a new era. I'll tell you what. Gone are the days. Gone are the days of my literal wallowing. Here are the days of natural mysticism. Back are the days of occult love ballads. They're back. They're back. I mean, there's some wallowing. But, you know, I will say 98%. Well, no, that doesn't make sense. 95% of these song titles are from lyrics from the song. Except for Tumbler Moon. The moon does reflect off the shores of forgiveness. Oh, and Aura, I guess. That was the beat name. Man. Hey, thanks, Bloodworth. Frank says, not to steal Full Moon Mystery Garden's thunder, but do you have another session with Ben for LP2? No, I do not. It's done. LP2 is done. How was the order of the songs chosen? Okay. Maybe I should have Taylor. I kind of forget. I think me and Taylor just came up with some combinations of songs. Like, I think we wanted I'll Return to the Land right into I Am the Edge. I wanted to start with like a pretty standard song, you know what I mean? Like nothing too crazy. That's how Dark Region Road became number 1, and then Mine is a Curious Passage featuring Darcy. I wanted to introduce a feature early, and that song is pretty crazy. I'll Return to the Land. I mean, from there, it's just kind of like a domino thing. You know, everything kind of falls into place once you get that. And I knew that I wanted The Moon Does Reflect, Off the Shores of Forgiveness, and Aura to be towards the end, if not the last 2 tracks. Because those songs are out, and I like the idea of putting like, oh shit, sorry. Like putting popular songs on there. One more time, let's go over this. Hold on, I'm sorry. The features are, who's featured on this album? Ready? Darcy Bayless, Rip Eternal, Fish Narc, Fantasy Camp, 8485, Swan Lingo, Black Winter Wells, Zubin, Holy Mountain, Brody, and Doves. Man. That's a crazy lineup. Let's get our guest on. Dun 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 dun. Hold on. 1 second. Dun dun. Okay, there we are. How about that? Who was the mystery female feature that you were gonna get? Is that A45? No, that was for that's for LP2 coming out in May. One day I'll reveal who there were some people that I was trying to get on here. It just like didn't work. Would I collab with some artists from Spain or Latin America? Yes, I would. Hey, thank you, Reflective Hearts. Thank you, thank you, thank you. All right, we're just waiting for our guest to join now. Full Moon Mystery Garden. Britney Spears set an alarm for 5:30 this morning so we could see the eclipse. We did. Frank, you missed the eclipse. It was cool. Yeah, it was nice. It was nice. It was nice. What is my excitement level for this compared to past releases? Significantly higher, and I think the Twitch helps because of that. I think just like because you guys have seen me working on it, and like I've been able to talk about it, I've kind of hyped myself up about it, but also I just feel really good about it. Am I gonna drop a set list for my shows in December? No, I'll keep that a surprise. Sorry, typing in my guess. Oh, here he is. Hold on. He's connecting now.
Oh, hi-oh.
Hello, mystery guest. How are you?
Oh, I'm good. It's Ben Friars Funkhauser here chilling.
It's Ben Friars Funkhauser. We have Fishnark here. Hey, happy
Hi,
birthday.
everyone.
People are excited about this. People are excited. Yeah, you can't see. Don't go on the stream or else your audio will get crazy.
Oh, that'd be crazy. Well, I'll have to watch it later.
Yeah. Hey, how are you doing?
I'm pretty good. I'm chilling at home right now. Emma is going to the airport really soon to pick up Yawns and Pentagram.
Ooh. You're staying home?
I am coming off of being a little bit sick.
Oh, okay.
I'm isolating from those guys. But
I got you.
we're gonna rehearse and we have a bunch of shows coming up, so that temporary hiccup.
Where
How are you?
hey, I'm doing well. I just released the track list in
Ooh.
the feature list for this mixtape coming out on Friday. And
Wow, so
you're
who else featured?
who else? Well,
Yeah.
we have hold on, let me pull up the list again. Hold on. Darcy Bayless,
Wow.
Rip Eternal, Fishnark,
Ooh.
Fantasy Camp,
Yee.
8485.
Good stuff.
Yeah, Swan Lingo twice.
Love him.
Black Winter Wells, Zubin, Holy Mountain,
Wow.
Brody and Doves. And if I didn't say you.
Yes, indeed. That shit is crazy. That's just stacked as fuck. That's a real Wikiphase list too, right there.
Hey, thank you for saying that.
Yeah. Shit. So is it a lot of what are some other lyrical themes that you're touching on in this project?
A lot of portals, a lot of moons, a lot of there's a lot of duality. There is a lot of well, I was playing a lot of Red Dead Redemption when I was writing it, so there's like a lot of horse and western stuff on there too.
Interesting. That game seems fun as fuck.
It is. Man, it is. You get lost in it. It's so peaceful.
I love that. Can you collect like plants and like mushrooms and stuff?
Yeah, yeah. It's like a big yeah, it's like a big part of the game. I feel like you would love that aspect of it.
I love that about like Skyrim and Breath of the Wild. It's just picking, ingredients for potion making.
Yeah, you can do that. You can season meat with the herbs that you pick. Um
Yeah.
which doesn't really do much, but it sometimes you're in the game and you're like, "Oh, I'm sick of eating beef. I would like some beef with thyme, you know?"
I can relate to that. Like, honestly, I feel like lately I've been playing video games like a little more whimsically, like with like a little more suspension of disbelief, where like, oh, if I'm gonna run around, like I might as well jump over the bushes and like try to
Yeah.
do something fun, like
Yeah, you have
prank people in the game a little bit, play without logic.
yeah. You can do that for days at a time in Red Dead Redemption, you know? Just
Hmm.
just ride somewhere and camp out and yeah. Anyway, hey, you have shows coming up, right?
I do.
One on Friday?
Friday is the first one, God willing.
And
It's
what
in Olympia, where I currently live. Olympia, Washington. For people who may not be as familiar, is the capital of Washington State. It's like an hour south of Seattle. Um, it's kind of been like a countercultural hub since the '60s, and maybe a little bit less than it used to be nowadays. But um, it's a small town, but it also kind of just has this history, and there's like a lot of really good artists and people that I like here, and cool punk music and culture. Uh, so I'm really hyped that venue is classic. It's like where like some of the bigger alt shows happened in the '80s and '90s in Olympia, like bands that people are really familiar with, Cherish, Canonical stuff, and it's some like really punk stuff that I'm doing, or like not that I'm doing, but like some local like really good punk bands and friends of mine that are playing as well. Just gonna be really fun, I think.
and then
Every show in this little run is gonna be kind of different.
yeah, I noticed that. So how many shows is there total?
Well, there was five, but we have to reschedule our Vancouver show
Oh, okay.
because of like passport issue. But so it's Olympia, which is like us and some punk bands, and then Berkeley, which is me and Jans, and Horsehead is joining us, and NetArb is joining us, which is going to be really cool. Kind of just like a little, not random, but a little random since none of us are from there, and we're all just kind of like going to show up and do the show. And then LA is the same lineup, but we add MacNet and Doves, which really is a pretty crazy stacked GBC show. So I'm really hyped for that. And then the last one of this little run will be back in Seattle with Capo XO or Capo XXO and Mayhem and Spit Puddle, which is another Olympia punk band, but also totally different vibes.
Man, I love the idea of a 4 or 5 run, uh, 4 or 5 show run, I should say. You know, especially on the West Coast. Not that I'm uh sad about going on tour in December. You know.
No way, he's stoked. Everybody, don't let him fool you.
Hey, you want to answer some fan questions?
Yeah, sure,
They're
I'd love
all
to.
really nice. All right. Here's an easy one. How did you enjoy touring with Wells and 8485?
Wow, that shit was so cool. Like for me, it was a big honor because I really love both of their music. I think they're both really interesting, genius people, and getting to know them on the personal level and experience like just the desert with them for the first time. They're Canadian, and they hadn't been to Arizona. It was pretty special, and the shows were really fun and felt like what I really like about underground music and like what I originally joined this community for, which was like not just a coherent identity taking space and being represented in themic ways, but literally just weird people and cool weird music and good vibes. So like it was a real privilege to get to tour with them.
Was that their was that have they toured at all before that?
I don't think they toured. I know they'd done a couple of one-offs. Babs had done less shows than Wells, but is a lot of their work had been hitherto had been, online based. So it was kind of like getting to watch their sets evolve over, 15 days of tour. It's pretty cool, especially when you realize like what you're fucking dealing with, like powerhouses. Like I don't if anyone in the stream was at any of those shows, you saw how like brutally good both of their sets were, and like watching that shit crystallize and like take form, it's pretty cool.
Man, I'd love to see them both live. Hopefully, I'll get to at some point.
Ooh, it is good stuff.
I bet, man. I'll have to look on YouTube to see if there's any video. Normally, I haven't done that recently. Where I like go on YouTube and look up all like people that we play with and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Um, Someone wants to know about Time Bomb 2. They wanted to know about the process of it. Now, I can say that I remember hearing that a long time, not a long time ago, but way before it came out, right?
Yeah. God, if you're not careful and really on it, it's hard to make sure your shit gets like properly out in the right amount of time. Like I but that said, like the process for that song was kind of disjunct, Originally, like that beat was from 2020, and I had been making a ton of collab beats with specifically this Landis and Taylor Morgan the most, but some other people as well. It was like the most productive for beats that I'd been since kind of like switching gears to make Wildfire, which I would say marked kind of the end of my like beats as primary output of the Fish Narc project phase. So, I made the guitar lines or whatever in the bass and sent that shit to Taylor, who structured it and added a little vocal melody that sounds like a pad. It's really buried, but it's in the beat. And then I sat on it for like a year. And then I was just kind of like fucking around, like on my computer, like, oh, I whoop de woo, no one gets on my beats, where, listening to them. And then I was like, oh, I could hit this. So I did, and I made that hook and just left a little like 8 bar open. And I sent it to GBC chat, just being like, whoever thinks that they should be on this song is the one who should be on the song. And Dubs, he went for it. He elected to do it really quickly, which I was extremely surprised by. But please, so he made his recording really quick, and he actually did some beat chopping and edits to make it work for himself, and added that Call of Duty sample, which I thought was really creative. And I loved how he added his tag for his verse. It really was like so swag to me. And he sent that back. So we did a little bit of like working and mixing, and then he did a final master, and it just kind of sat in the barrel of the gun, so to speak, for a little bit, because administratively it was really hard to get certain things done while we were on tour. So as soon as I was back, that's when we got it scheduled. That's why it was so late.
Ben, you're so good at this. Oh, hey, we're here with Fish Narc in case
Hi everyone.
in case there's like any newcomers. Viewership is super high for this.
I love that.
Yeah. Hey, someone wanted to know, Frank here, Shy Cartel wanted to know. All right, so he wants to know like your top 3 guitarists, like your favorite guitar players. If you don't want to give 3, if you just want to name some that you like, you can, or you can tell me to get lost, and I'll go to another question.
No. That's a cool question.
No shade to Frank. No shade to Frank. I just know that sometimes coming up with that stuff off the top of your head might be tough, and whatever.
Easy. Disclaimer: it's not. I don't have all-time stuff. That shit is fluid. It changes mood to mood.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm gonna just say like, guitar is a cool instrument, but it has to be about the interplay, especially when we're talking about like rock music, which is like my primary like genre that I draw from for guitar, is the interplay with bass and drums. And I would say right now I want to like put some focus on the band Unwound, which is from Tumwater, Washington, which is kind of close to where I live, south of Olympia. Started in the early 90s. And they were on Kill Rock Stars, so they were kind of associated with Riot Girl movement, but also were kind of a post-hardcore, just a weird band. Really cool guitar, bass, and drum style, and it really plays off each other. And like stylistically, you can hear, excuse me, the influence like on just a guitar playing that I would put on certain beats. Like "When I Lie" by Peep is definitely Unwound influence. Um, but like really, like I feel like it's cooler to talk about guitar as like something that requires bass. So also like really want to appreciate the different instruments like bass and drums that are being played in that band and how they let the guitar kind of slide. Um, and one cool thing about this band Unwound is that the bass like it moves like big, heavy, and kind of like an 808, but he was really playing, and I feel like that's maybe why I was drawing from them so much to make beats, because they like the guitar lines really hover around these like monolithic bass sounds. But then like also like I really like Thin Lizzy, you know. I can't remember who all played guitar in that band. But I just like I love shit like that too, you know.
Yeah. Frank, who asked that question, was very excited. Frank, I'm sorry, I'm not picking on you, Frank, or anything like that. And I'm not trying to put words in your mouth. I love Frank. Frank's a day one here, but he said that Justin Trosper is amazing. So
Yeah, Trosper is great. He knows what I'm talking about.
yeah, yeah. Uh, yeah. Let's see. Last. I'll give you. I'll give you. Two more here. Easy one. Someone wants to know. I hope this doesn't make you salty. I don't think it will. Why your tag wasn't on MacNed's new song, but
Oh man, my fault.
oh,
It was because Jackie Boy like put the beat together with like stems that I sent him. So and he didn't have my tag, so he just made the beat and it didn't have my tag. And then I realized that as it was getting mixed by Rem Ghost, and he was like, "Yeah, just send me your tag and I'll do it." And I just have been dealing with so much shit, and it fucking slipped my mind. And there's one thing about working with MacNed is you are not gonna know when that song's coming out till it's out. Even though he did warn me, I just I fucking didn't realize until it was happening, you know. So my tag isn't on there, which is a bummer. But I'm not gonna let that happen with any of the other songs in the project,
it.
which are all collab beats. So it could happen.
He sent me one to get on. And he did the dangerous thing of not giving me a deadline, but I'm gonna try and I have to record a song for Doves and a song for Brody, and then I'm gonna work on the MacNed one before
Oof,
I
busy
let her go.
man.
Yeah. Thanks the best. We're getting a bunch of subscriptions. Thank you, the best. I appreciate that.
That's tight.
Last one. It's a two-parter. How many instruments do you play? And the second part of that is, and I feel like you kind of answered it, but when was it that you decided that you were going to do more vocal stuff for the Fish and Arc project, for Fish and Arc? I know that you've always been into singing and songwriting and stuff like that, but when did you get back into that?
Yeah, so I play guitar and bass like good. I can get around on a keyboard and I can sort of play a drum kit. I'm pretty good at Ableton, medium good at it, you know. I think that's like kind of an instrument. Um, but like I play like fret instruments the best. Guitar, and I'm pretty nice at bass. And I wasn't always, but nowadays I am pretty good. And that actually coincides with me pivoting to back to songwriting and singing. Um, I kind of got good at bass, like writing and recording for Wildfire, which really I was just doing because like being a producer is so bunk, you know, it's so and no shade to producers, and I'm not trying to discourage anyone, but it's just time after time of people like for the most part not really like paying you properly or including you in decision making or showing you the respect of like being the one who actually like crafted the sound with them. It's you know it's like from the beginning of Western art there is a hierarchy between form, like figure of a person and background, and it's like even like in the Renaissance, like famous artists like Botticelli or whatever, Michelangelo, they would not paint the backgrounds of their works. Like it would be studio labor, like waged labor studio assistants who painted the backgrounds, and the famous artists would come and do their touch on the human figures. And that hierarchy has just continued through Western art. It's present in recorded music where there's a singer and a beat maker, and the person who puts their voice and the lyrics on the track, you know, by just by like how precedent is considered more of the writer and owner of that song. So that shit was really frustrating after a while, and I've always been a singer and a songwriter, and frankly, like by like 2018 when I started that, you know, journey, I had done so much ghostwriting for people, like stuff that will never be credited, stuff that does and doesn't matter, you know, like I was just helping people come up with melodies, like because I wanted them to finish songs on my beats and they were struggling. Um, so I was like, man, I can do this. I was humming to myself all the time. I was recording rappers and singers and like writing stuff for them. So it made a lot of sense for me to go back to it. I was pissed at, you know, someone specific, and it's like, man, this fool doesn't care. I wrote all this music and taught them, you know, certain things, and like we're cool now, but it really got me going again. Like, and I'm writing my third album right now called Fruiting Body, which has, you know, it started in like November 2020, and like I've been really like having to take breaks and slow down and speed up. And the thing about making your own records, like that is to say singing on them, there I am playing into that hierarchy. I was just talking about my own records. It's also Keyblade 808, who is the architect of the sound just as much as me, who's making the beats with me, and a lot of the times entirely just for me, without me. Um, Also the owner of that sound, but it's just another step for me where I'm like, oh, I've made most of the beats for Wildfire, and then I made most of them for Camouflage, and Jan's, you know, came in and did the Jan's thing where he does a structural mix, and a lot of the times that involves rewrites. But originally, like the ideas that were mine, you know, and like I came up with those progressions and stuff, and like I was still working from my own bank of sounds and stuff like that to I'm going on, but you know, I'm taking advantage of this moment to kind of plug what I'm doing.
No, that's
But
you can keep going for as long as you want. I mean, that's part of the reason why you're here. So
excellent.
yeah.
Basically, this time I'm trying what it's like to write when I'm not putting the beats together and having just one person do it, which is really fun and also makes it harder to feel done because I'm like, well, I could keep tracking vocals, you know, I could maybe get that better. I could do this a couple more times, and then it's just a Pandora's box sort of effect. And I'm realizing I used to think rappers were just people who were like recording artists who were just primarily vocalists who were kind of like, I thought it was easy to just pick the beats and get on them, you know, but it really adds another X factor that I wasn't expecting.
Mm. I think you're nothing you said was out of line at all. I think people are probably very curious about uh I think people are in general are curious about like the producer singer relationship. We'll just put it that way.
Sure.
Producer vocalist relationship, and I think
Yeah.
doing both, oftentimes one or the other or both is like incredibly helpful. That makes you like a major authority on this to be able to talk about both sides of it, and like the for lack of a better word, the fuckery that goes on, behind the scenes. And like I'm
Yeah.
sure, Taylor knows it too, and I'm sure there's
Oh,
other
he knows
people
so well.
I'm sure there's other people in the chat that know it too.
That's serious.
It is really weird because it's like it's like if you're all right, for me, for example, I write, at least for Suffer On in my upcoming album, like I wrote the songs from scratch myself, and then for this new upcoming album in May, not the one coming out on Friday, I gave them to Darcy, and I was like, Darcy, fix these, whatever. I want your expertise on this, whatever. And then went to a studio with Ben Greenberg, that was kind of set up through the label. And it's like,
The
all
guy
right,
who used to be in The Men,
yeah.
he mastered the House Who album that I did in like 2013, but the label didn't like it, so we had it redone.
Really?
Crazy. Yeah.
That is crazy. That is crazy. Yeah, but it's like, so it is a Wicca Phase album, and that's for what, for the majority of people who are just like, all right, well, Wicca Phase released a new album, I'm going to listen to it. They're probably not going to think about the other. Their brain's first instinct isn't going to be like, okay, let's hear what Adam came up with Ben Greenberg and Darcy Bayless, right? They're going to think like, what did Adam do? And it's like, there's so many other steps before that you can't even really understand what you're listening to unless you know why the album sounds that way. It's because it has Darcy's hand on it, and it has Ben Greenberg's hand on it.
It's a Fendi fact.
Yeah, exactly. And I mean, an easy thing, I think, for an easy way to like solve this problem is making sure like the behind the scenes royalty splits are appropriate, because I also think that a lot of artists will be like, I'm the artist, the producer's the producer, but it's my name on the song, so I'm gonna take 80% of it, or whatever. There's no fucking, like, for the sake of transparency, for this Garden Avenue song, it's 50. The producers get 50%, and the vocalists get 50%. And if there's two vocalists, that 50% is being split between the vocalists. It's not like, all right, well, we're both taking, 40% and the producer's getting 20 or something like that.
I do the same shit, man. I do the same shit.
Right? Like, I think that's like a big thing that, it seems common sense to us because we're punks. I don't
Literally,
know.
bro. It's funny.
Yeah.
It's funny how like dealing with other people, they're just like, so I'm gonna give you 20%, and I'm just like, that's, I know that's above industry standard, but you're mistaken. You're like, we are workers. Like, well, we're not like, we're doing labor.
Yeah, and also like, I mean, if anyone in the chat thinks about a song, if they put on a random song, right, and I was like, hey, what are the two parts of this song that make up this song? I think they would say the beat, the music, and the vocals, right? And then you just like apply that to who, how you get paid, how you're paying out people for the song. It's fucking simple, but people are snakes and people are sharks, and we're not here for it, Ben. You and I are not here for it.
Not here for it. And we can actually be a part of changing the culture, because too many, we are, seen veterans or whatever. So like, it's not like working with us is like a huge like consequence, but at the same time, when you get that paper from either one of us and it says that you've been split, and that's not something that necessarily is always happening, like we can institutionalize that behavior in as far as we are institutional, which I do think like there is some responsibility, and I want to do the right thing in these situations because I actually believe in that shit.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, absolutely. I'm with you, and I also think that this is a big reason why what am I trying to say? Like why I like you as a person. That's what I'm trying to say. Like why like I gravitated towards you and like gravitated towards goth boy clique in general. I think is a big part of that. And it's like if maybe not everyone. I'm not saying that people in Goth Boy Clique didn't understand that. I'm not saying that. But if people early on did not understand it, I'm sure they understand it now because it's the way we've done business as a group with each other, So at least I feel that way, Maybe
I'm with you 100% on that. And I do think it's become like, especially over the last few years, like as things have like settled, and it's not just this like absolute craziness of like first level immediate hype. Like,
yeah.
it's a lot easier too on your mind. Like it makes me feel safer, and like I have relied on GBC chat in dark moments to like feel a connection and feel better and know that like I share values with people that do. You and I have really like aligned perspectives from, I think, similar or like parallel experiences like
Mm-hmm.
with our youth, but like also knowing that like I share values with Ned and with Coldy and Jans, who, to varying degrees had significantly different, experiences growing up than me. And like knowing that we just like can like come from these different perspectives and agree on these certain things, it really like bolsters how true those things must be.
I'm with you. And hopefully people, I do think that people see that like not as intimately as we see it, but I'm sure it's reflected in like just our behavior online and stuff like that. I mean, I'm trying to think of like how people might see this, and it would be like our behavior online, or if they know us, or if they've met us, or if they're like watching. I'm not trying to gas myself up or anything, but if they watch this stream, if they watch me stream, like they understand like what kind of person I am just because it comes out naturally because I'm here fucking 6 hours a week, right? Like just like talking to the universe or whatever. So like I feel like people could pick up on that stuff from all of us. Danny
The
said
people that choose to really like look at it and actually interpret with their own senses will without a doubt pick that stuff up.
mm-hmm. Yeah, and I mean there are people that don't, but
I
they're
gotta say, man, there are people that
yeah.
they would love to believe that we were puppy slayers.
Yeah, there are. Yeah, there are. We don't have to get into that. Listen, I'm running up against the wall here, so I'm gonna plug your shows for you. You don't even have to do it. Ready? Stay on the line though. We have,
Okay.
and correct me if I'm wrong. November 11th, Olympia. We're talking Fishnark live, everyone. Fishnark and the Fishnark band live. November 11th, Olympia, Washington. November 14th, in Berkeley.
It's yeah.
Yeah?
Yep. Puff, chill out. Puff and chill.
I thought that was you.
That was my dog. He's tripping.
You're good. It's a cute dog, though. November 15th in LA and November 18th in Seattle. Am I correct?
That's right. That's right. And then don't forget, December in the Northwest with you.
You're absolutely not wrong. Here's the thing. I was just about to plug those, and then here's the date right here. Here we go. So we have Wicca Phase, Prince Eternal, and Fishnark, along with Sophie Powers, an extra large holiday card. That is December 12th in Portland, December 13th in Seattle. Is there anything you want to plug on your while we wrap this up?
No, just that I just want to thank everybody who's tuned in and like people who had questions. I really appreciate that. Like I'm a bit like I do read DMs and like if you got interesting like art related questions, music related questions, like that's the kind of shit I always answer. So feel free to hit me up. Adam, thank you so much for having me on the stream.
Ben, thank you, man. I really appreciate it. It was so great talking to you, and good luck at your shows. I'll talk to you before then, obviously, but I'll also see you in December. Okay.
Exactly. Love you.
All right. Love you too, man. Have a good night.
Bye.
Fish Narc. What a guy. You can tell he's a pro too, right? He's smart. Man, he's great. You guys were also great. I'll tell you what. Great questions. You know, people like, for whatever reason, you know what it is. People like to give some of us in Goth Boy Click shit. Okay? And I would say 99.9% of the time it's it's like misattributed, you know? It's like nothing that we actually did, but people like to, you know, get mad at us for stuff. So I would understand, and what I'll say about that quickly is that Ben Fishnark gets a lot more of it than I do, a lot more of it than Doves does. I think it's just because he, I don't know, he's online more. Like his, I really don't know. You know what it is? Yeah, but Ben gets a lot of it. So I would understand if Ben didn't want to come on here and open himself up to that, you know, taking fan questions or something. And I didn't tell him like, yo, you don't have to worry about that or anything. Maybe I should have. But I have to thank you guys for, you know, that didn't even cross my mind. Because I know what kind of group we have here. So thank you guys for being mature and respectful and kind. And, you know, that's it. That's really all I have to say, you know. A big part of the reason why I was nervous about Twitch streaming at first was because I didn't know what kind of people I would be talking to. Especially as someone who doesn't watch a lot of Twitch streams myself. I didn't really know what the what types of people watched Twitch streams, you know what I mean? Or what kind of people would go out of their way where they have instant access to me, you know, to join a community like this where they could, you know, anyone could come on and like say shit. But once I realized like, hey, we have a really good community here and you guys are like again, just respectful and mature. That makes it way easier for me to do this a couple times a week. It makes me way more excited to do it because there's like not that anxiety of like, you know, what's going to be thrown at me today. You know, and you know, it makes me more excited about Wicca Phase in general, like the project in general, because I have people to talk to about it and like, you know, if there's, yeah, you know, that's all I'll say. That's all I'll say. Again, Fishnark, how about that? Make sure you guys see him. I'll go over the dates one more time. You can get tickets if you go to his Instagram. He has ticket links for everything. But it's November 11th. That's Friday in Olympia. November 14th in Berkeley. November 15th in Los Angeles. And November 18th in Seattle. And then the two of us will be playing. He's going to be jumping on the tour for 2 shows. It's December 12th in Portland and December 13th in Seattle. Whew. Wicca Phase, Sprint, Eternal, Boy, Click, Full Moon, Mystery Garden. This Friday. How about this? I'll go over the schedule one more time. Here, I'll also put this guy back up so you can see. And if there's anything you want me to zoom in on or something, let me know. Otherwise, I'll post it in the Discord. yeah. So one more time, we have features on here. We have Darcy Bayless. We have Rip Eternal. We have Fishnark. We have Fantasy Camp. We have 8485. We have Swan Lingo. We have Black Winter Wells. We have Zubin, Holy Mountain, Brody, and Doves. Producers, there's a lot of them. Taylor Morgan, Forever, Brody, Remghost, Fantasy Camp, Bloodworth, Shinju, Fishnark, Saint Tomorrow. I'm trying to skip the duplicates here. I think that's it. Yeah. Did I make any songs for the album that didn't make it on? No, but I started some. Siri just freaked me the fuck out. Oh my god. I don't know if you guys saw me jump there, but it was Siri. Oh my god. Terrified. All of a sudden there was someone in the room. No, there were some songs that I started but didn't finish. I started writing them but then I, whatever. Oh my god. Yeah. Yeah. That's it. I'll post this online too tomorrow. So here's the plan. One more time. It's going to be tomorrow on the Twitch gaming stream. Here, I just posted the link a million times. So it's from like 5 to 8 Eastern, I think, or something like that. But I go on around 7:45 Eastern. Join the Discord too. Taylor will let you know when I'm there. Do I have a set list for tomorrow? Well, I'm only playing 2 songs. I think I'm going to play this track 2 here. Mine is A Curious Passage, an acoustic version of it. And then I don't know. I don't know. Like, maybe I'll play Tracer. Maybe I'll play. I'm trying to think of what I can play that I can like. Yeah, it's acoustic. So I'm trying to think of what I can do. Easily, I'll Return to the Land is a tough one. A lot of them are feature heavy. The Darcy one I can kind of get around. Yeah. I don't know. Shannon says I should play the same song twice. That's not a bad idea. I don't know. Maybe I'll play one of these and like a Willie Nelson song or something. I don't know. I'll figure it out. I should play one classic. Yeah, maybe I'll do that. I'm trying to play stuff that. Oh, you think I should play Rest? That's not a bad one. Okay, I'll figure this out. Yeah, it wouldn't be bad. To play Rest. What if I don't want it? No, it's okay. I'm just kidding. All right. I think that's it. So here's again. So tomorrow, that's at twitch.tv/TDTG. It'll also be on the Twitch homepage. So if you just go to Twitch, it'll just be there, I think. The show is called Nerve Center. I was in Nerve Center when Siri went off about 5 minutes ago. Oh, man. And then Thursday, we're going to listen to this thing. We're going to listen to Full Moon Mystery Garden. How about that? I'll show the cover one more time, too. All right. Full Moon Mystery Garden listening party. This Thursday at 7 o'clock. How about that? All the way through. All 20 songs. It's about an hour. Yeah, all the way through. And yeah. All right. And then this thing comes out Friday. And then next week we'll do a Black Friday merch reveal. We have a lot going on, guys. Will there be physical copies available to buy? You know, last night I started thinking that maybe I should have some sort of physical copy for tour, but I don't know if I could get cassettes made in. Well, here's the thing. There's like no profit on cassettes. So then my brain is like, if I'm asking people to start spending money on cassettes, I'm not really making any money, and they're putting money toward. Anyway, so maybe I'll do CDs, but I don't know if I could do CDs in time. I'll figure it out. Thanks, Anya. Vinyl, I could do, but it would take about a year. That's what vinyl turnaround time is right now. I should mention that. It's about a year. Thanks, Frenchiest. I appreciate that. I'm sorry to say I'm out of here. Okay? I'll see everyone tomorrow. If you can't make it tomorrow, no problem. I will see you Thursday. Full Moon Mystery Garden. Shout out Fishnark. Shout out Garden Avenue. Oh, I should pick a winner, right? Did I do that yet? Who's the winner? 142 is the winner. 142. Congratulations. You win this stream. All right. Thanks, everyone. I appreciate it. I'll find something cool to play you out with. All right. Have a good night. Thank you.
Flows and flows of angel hair and ice cream castles in the air and feather canyons everywhere. I've looked at clouds that way, but now they only block the sun. They rain and snow on everyone. So many things I would have done, but clouds got in my way. Oh, I've looked at clouds from both sides now, from up and down, and still somehow, you know, it's cloud illusions I recall. I really don't know clouds at all. Moons and Junes and Ferris wheels, the dizzy dancing way you feel as every fairy tale comes real. Oh, I've looked at love that way, but now it's just another show. You leave 'em laughing when you go, and if you care, don't let 'em know. No, don't give yourself away. I've looked at love from both sides now, from give and take, and still somehow, oh, it's love's illusions I recall. I really don't know love at all. Tears and fears and feeling proud to say I love you right out loud. Dreams and schemes and circus crowds. Oh, I've looked at life that way, but now old friends, they're acting strange. They shake their heads, they say I've changed. Well, something's lost, but something